What if everything you thought about money was wrong? The rich don't just earn, they live differently. Stick around because I'm about to show you 13 powerful habits that can change your financial life forever. By the end, you won't just know what to do, you'll know how to think like someone who's building real wealth. 1. Buy time, not just stuff. For instance, the poor mindset says, I'll do this myself to save money, while the rich mindset thinks, my time is valuable, so I'll pay someone and focus on earning or learning. A good example is a friend of mine who used to spend 2 hours every evening doing laundry and cleaning. She decided to hire a service for $40 a week. That freed up 10 hours each week, which she spent learning a high-income skill and building a side hustle. Within a few months, she was earning an extra $500 a month, all because she treated her time like an investment. Here's something you can try this week. Pick one task that eats up your time and see if you can outsource it or automate it. Even saving a couple of hours could make a huge difference in how productive you feel. Ask yourself this: what are the things I'm doing every day that don't directly help me grow or earn more? 2. Think in hours, not just dollars. A lot of people just look at the price tag. The poor mindset says $50 is too expensive, while the rich mindset asks, how many hours of my work does this really cost me? For example, I know someone who paid $200 for a design tool that automated work she used to do manually. It saved her 20 hours a month. At her $10 an hour rate, she actually came out ahead, and even better, she could take on more clients and grow her income. Here's something you can try this week. Before your next purchase, ask yourself, how many hours of my work am I spending to pay for this? If spending a little saves you a lot of time or energy, it could be one of the smartest decisions you make all week. Take a moment and think, is this purchase saving me time or just money? Which one is more valuable to me right now? 3. Use smart debt. Many people are scared of debt and think it's always bad. The poor mindset says, debt is evil, I'll avoid it at all costs. But the rich see it differently. They see debt as a tool that can help them grow wealth when used wisely. A good example is real estate. Wealthy people often use mortgages to buy properties. The rent they collect often covers the mortgage, and the property increases in value over time. Someone avoiding debt entirely might spend years saving the full amount, and in the meantime, they miss out on building wealth faster. Here's something you can try this week. Think about one opportunity where a small, calculated debt could help you start a business, buy equipment, or invest in yourself. Research the interest rates and plan your repayment carefully. Ask yourself, am I letting fear of debt stop me from opportunities that could grow my wealth? 4. Invest in yourself. For instance, the poor mindset often says, I can't afford to spend money on a course or mentor. But the rich mindset says, investing in myself now will pay off many times over. A good example is a friend who spent $300 on an online digital marketing course. Within 6 months, she launched a side hustle that earned her $1,500 a month. The money spent was nothing compared to what she gained. The poor mindset would have saved the $300 for years and never got the income boost. Here's something you can try this week. Pick one skill or area where you could improve that might help you earn more. It could be a course, a mentor, or even a book. Make a small investment in yourself. It will pay off. Think about this. If I spent just a little on learning this skill, how much could it help me in the next 6 months? 5. Fail fast, learn fast. A lot of people avoid trying new things because they fear failure. The poor mindset says, I can't afford mistakes, while the rich mindset says, every failure teaches lessons that money can't buy. A good example is Elon Musk. He failed countless times before SpaceX succeeded. Each failure taught him something critical and saved him from even bigger mistakes later. Avoiding mistakes completely, like the poor mindset, means you also avoid growth. Here's something to try. This week, pick one small experiment, a new project, a side hustle idea, or learning a skill, and allow yourself to fail. Document what you learn and adjust your approach. That's how wealth is built. Ask yourself, am I avoiding failure or am I using it as a stepping stone to grow? 6. Spend on what matters. The poor mindset says, I must save every penny, while the rich mindset says, spend strategically on things that improve life or earning potential. For instance, a friend spent $500 on a high-quality laptop so she could start freelance work. Within 2 months, she earned $3,000. Poor mindset, she would have waited years to save the money and missed out on that income. Here's something you can try. Make a list of 3 things you could spend on that would improve your income, learning, or health. Then pick one to invest in this week. Ask yourself, are my purchases creating long-term value or just temporary satisfaction? 7. Money is a tool, not an emotion. A lot of people panic every time they spend money. The poor mindset says, I can't spend, I might lose it all, while the rich mindset treats money as a tool to solve problems and create opportunities. A good example is a business owner who spent $50 a month on software that automated repetitive tasks. The poor mindset would have hesitated and lost hours of productivity, but the rich mindset used the money to make his business more efficient and profitable. Ask yourself this week, track your spending and ask yourself, does this help me grow or am I spending emotionally? Ask yourself, do I feel guilty spending on myself or tools that help me grow? 8. Turn envy into motivation. The poor mindset often says, I'm jealous of them, while the rich mindset says, I'll learn from them and take action. For instance, seeing someone travel first class might make a poor mindset person sulk, but a rich mindset person studies how they achieved it, maybe it's a side business, investments, or smart financial planning, and takes steps to replicate it legally. Here's something you can try this week. Identify one person you admire financially, observe what they do, and take one small step this week to implement a similar strategy in your own life. Ask yourself, do I let envy hold me back or push me forward? 9. Buy quality, not cheap. The poor mindset often goes for the cheapest option every time, while the rich mindset looks at long-term value. For instance, shoes. Cheap shoes might save $20 now, but they break in a month. A better quality pair costs more, but lasts years. The poor mindset saves $20 and wastes hundreds later. The rich mindset invests smartly once and avoids repeated costs. Here's something to try. Next time you buy something, compare long-term value, not just the initial price. 10. Pay more when it matters. A lot of people hunt for the cheapest option, but the rich mindset says, I'll pay more for convenience, reliability, or speed. For instance, paying extra for a repair service that finishes today could save a week of lost work. The poor mindset waits for the cheapest option and loses time and money in the long run. Here's something to try. Identify one purchase where paying more could save you time, stress, or future costs this month. 11. Don't let windfalls control you. The poor mindset blows bonuses or gifts immediately, while the rich mindset uses windfalls strategically. For example, if someone receives a $1,000 bonus, a poor mindset buys random items, while the rich mindset pays off debt, invests in a side business, or upgrades tools to create more income. Here's something to try. Before your next windfall, plan exactly how you'll use it for growth, not just instant gratification. 12. Take calculated risks. The poor mindset avoids all risks, while the rich mindset takes smart, calculated risks for bigger rewards. For example, investing $100 in a promising side project or stock. It might not work, but if it does, it could multiply your money. Playing it safe may feel secure, but it rarely grows wealth significantly. Here's something to try. Identify one small risk you've been avoiding, research it carefully, and take one step this week toward it. 13. Spend within your means. The poor mindset buys now and figures it out later, while the rich mindset only spends what they can truly afford. For instance, wealthy people avoid lifestyle inflation. They don't buy flashy cars the moment they get a raise. They focus on building sustainable wealth. Poor mindset often gets trapped in debt and stress. Here's something to try. Review your last 3 big purchases. Could you have waited? bought something more durable, or spent less without missing out. And there you have it, 13 powerful habits that separate the rich from the poor. Remember, wealth isn't just about earning more. It's about thinking differently, making smarter decisions, and using money as a tool to create freedom. Start with just one habit this week, apply it, and watch how your mindset and your life begin to change. If you found value in this video, make sure to hit that like button, share it with a friend who needs to see this, and comment below which habit you're going to start first. I want to hear your plans. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're building a community of people learning how to make smarter money moves every single day. Your journey to financial freedom starts now, so let's take it together.